Investigator David Hammer looks into the defense Williams is expected to lay out. But we start tonight with Erica Ferrando live at the federal courthouse. Erica.
Hey, Katie and Sharice, there are 94 prospective jurors who came to the federal courthouse this morning, and even now at 5 o'clock, it appears that they are still very early on in the jury selection process. We know that some of the prospective jurors have been dismissed, but right now they are each individually being questioned in private. Now, Williams and his law partner, Nicole Burdett, are facing 10 felony tax fraud counts, including 1 count of conspiracy to commit tax fraud. The government is accusing them of coming up with a plan to lie on their taxes by overstating their law firm business expenses by $700,000. They also face 5 counts of lying on tax returns from 2013 to 2017, and they face 4 counts of failure to report cash receipts of more than $10,500. Now, if they are found guilty, they could each face prison time and they'd be disbarred. That would, of course, remove Jason Williams from his seat as district attorney. And we first learned Williams was under federal investigation in June 2020. That was only 3 months after he announced he was running for district attorney. Williams called the indictment politically motivated. He ran for DA anyway, and he won. Now, when Williams walked into court this morning, he said that he's glad the trial is here and he's hoping it proves his innocence.
Go ahead and prove your innocence.
We'll do it all in court.
Now, the prospective jurors were told this morning that this trial could last 2 to 3 weeks, and it could even go on several hours tonight. They're going to be here every day at 8:30 in the morning. They know it could last until about 6 o'clock in the evening, but tonight could be a late one as they continue this jury selection process. For now, live from Federal Courthouse, Erica Ferrando, Eyewitness News.
Erica, thank you so much for that update. A key figure in the trial is going to be tax preparer Henry Timothy. Now, that's who Williams and his law partner blame for the issues with their tax filings. Eyewitness investigator David Hammer joining us now live with a closer look at how the accountant fits into this entire story and all of these allegations. David.
Yeah, Sharice, as this jury selection process continues, Jason Williams and Nicole Burdett are expected to mount several avenues for their defense. And we spoke to a former federal prosecutor about where they might be able to find some success. As Orleans Parish District Attorney Jason Williams and his former law partner Nicole Burdett go on trial for federal tax fraud, former U.S. Attorney Harry Rosenberg says he sees some key ways they can mount a strong defense.
The initial and the primary one of we relied upon this tax preparer. We thought he was a CPA. He basically defrauded us, the defendants, and we were the ones who were bamboozled.
Williams and Burdett say they hired Henry Timothy as their tax preparer, and he, on his own, overstated their business expenses on 4 years of tax returns. They have CPA Harold Asher lined up as an expert witness, and Rosenberg expects him to testify that Timothy did similar things for his other clients and even on his own personal taxes.
That's always been part of the defendant's primary theme, which is, look, Timothy did this with everyone. He did it with us, and we should not be singled out.
Williams and Burdett were originally charged with 5 counts of failing to report cash payments totaling $66,000, and they've already succeeded in getting one of those dropped.
But we'll have to see whether that type of argument that the defendants made to convince the government to throw out that 1 count carries over to the other 5 counts.
Now the government must convince all 12 jurors that Williams and Burdett knew they were breaking the law with each count.
Well, it's a heightened burden because they've got to show intent.
Now, as Rosenberg says, they have to show intent, but then again, he notes that it'll be hard for 2 experienced criminal defense attorneys to try to claim that they were ignorant of the tax laws. Coming up at 6, we'll tell you more about where both sides will face challenges with jury selection. For now, reporting live from federal court in downtown New Orleans, David Hammer, Eyewitness News.